teams are not that good. The Miami team was good. The LA team was not that good. But hold on, let me do my introductions. What's up, everybody? It's your boy Brian, the casual Brian, coming to you live from TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, LinkedIn, coming to you live earlier than I normally do because I'm trying out a new time. Plus, I'm going to be going live on Instagram tonight. So, in order for me to do it, I had to do it. Also, I'm doing a 1 hour live. Oh my gosh, we got gifts already. 3 o'clock might be the new vibe. Actually, why can't I normally do three? Normally, you know what? Normally at 3 o'clock, I'm on the train heading back home from jujitsu. But thank you so much for the gift. Thank you for the likes. I think we got to follow. Do you work tomorrow? Well, I work every day because I'm in social media. I'm a social media manager, so I work every day. Um, but I guess I don't know what you mean by work. I don't have to go into an office or anything like that. So yeah, coming to you live. And for the first time ever, I'm going to remember to thank the listeners on the podcast. Thank you so much for listening on the podcast. And if you haven't already subscribed, please consider subscribing because it helps the channel to grow. That goes for all yous people, all you TikTokers, all you Facebookers, all you YouTubers. If you're listening or watching the stream, please consider following or subscribing because it does make a difference. Why do you always come on my For You page, but never? Oh my gosh. Almost got me. Almost got me. And I've seen that one before. I've seen that one before and it almost got me. And like I said, so if you haven't seen any of my lives, the vibe is this. Like I definitely I'll be looking back and forth because I'm going live here on my main feed, which is YouTube and Twitch and Twitter, which allows me to do some stuff. I can hop on Twitter and share my screen. I wish I could loop you in on TikTok, but it's all good. It's all good, right? It's all good. I don't know what that means. Drax them sklouts. But I think thank you. Maybe not. Maybe it's a diss. You never know with TikTok comments. You never know with TikTok comments. And I think I said this before I got online because I always start on TikTok and then I come over to the main feed. I'm going to be going live for an hour. I said I was going to do it yesterday. I'm pulling up and I'm going live for an hour. And shout out to YouTube for all my YouTube subscribers. We're dropping a video, long video, part of Brian Casually Explains, which is going really well. Thank you so much. God bless you too. It's a compliment, my bruh. Can definitely direct. I don't know what it means though, but thank you. I'm gonna be trusting, and I'm gonna thank you, Jim. But yeah, so I'm really, really happy. I started a series on YouTube called Brian Casually Explains because I've been growing my YouTube page via shorts. Now, the problem with shorts is they are just that short. And so sometimes people will get on the page. A lot of times people get on the page and like, well, you really didn't make a lot of points or any points. And I'm like, yeah, well, I'm not really here to make points. I'm just dropping my ideas because they're shorts. You don't have a lot of time. And the more time you take on shorts, the less the worse they do. I am a radio and TV host from Alabama. I've seen you on my FYP. Hey, what's up, man? Alabama, roll tide. Rough year this year. I normally rock. I mean, I don't normally. I rock with Alabama. I like football, but it's a rough year, man. 2 losses. I don't know if they can get in. I mean, LSU has 2 losses as well, and if they won the college playoff, you need some help. You're going to need some help. I'll just say it like that. The Alabama football team is going to need some help, but sports are crazy. And there's been plenty of times where I thought that everything was settled and it was going to be one way, and then boom, things just get crazy. I mean, you got Georgia still out there. Um, Tennessee is still doing its thing. There is plenty of room for craziness. So who knows? You never know. Can't rule out Alabama because they are normally a very, very good team. But yeah, if you're following me on YouTube, I'm actually thinking about starting to bring the Brian Casually Explains videos, which are doing really well. And again, thank you, over to Facebook. But the problem with Facebook is they're messing up my money. And I don't like that. I've been monetized on Facebook, which is great. It's great to be monetized, but they keep giving me like they're not like strikes. They're just like saying, "Hey, this is not original content," and it is original content because it's my content. But what they're picking up on is that I'm using an app to download it off of Instagram, and then I'm reposting it. Now, this is the thing: if you don't want us to use a third party service to download the videos, then give it to us. You should definitely be able to download your video if you created it. I don't keep up with football. I play basketball with people who have special needs. Oh, that's awesome. Good for you. That's great. Uh, I don't know if the Alabama basketball team has been good in a while. I remember when y'all had Avery Johnson as the coach. Y'all were pretty solid, but nothing special. It's tough, man. It's tough for football schools to get their basketball programs going because so much money is going to one place, and you know Kentucky's done a decent job doing that. In reverse, their basketball team is great, legendary, but they're growing their football team. You just got to find someone with a plan. SEC has money. College sports have money. If it's a big school, they generally have money. So if you build it, they will come. Getting my tea on today, having a tough time. Like there's a lot of sick. I don't know how to say it. There's stuff going around, like flu, cold, all that kind of stuff is going around, and I am doing my best, my absolute best to swerve it, but I don't know if it's possible, man. I'm on my vitamin C. I'm taking zinc, emergency, drinking lots of water, drinking lots of teas, getting a lot of rest. Doing what I can do. Um, After this live, I'm going to take a nice long Epsom salt bath. Now, one thing I don't know though is it gets dark earlier. We're already starting to see shadows. It gets dark earlier, and so I don't want to miss. I always like to go outside because there's like a nice patio, and I can look out in the trees, and I just want to breathe fresh air. Not quite meditate, but just detach from all these screens I got going on. Really, I have three screens right now. I have my laptop, I have my phone, and then I have my second monitor, which I love. The second, if you have the space for a second monitor, putting a second monitor in your workflow is an absolute game changer. Game changer. It changes the game in ways that I never thought it would. It's everything that I've always wanted that I never knew I needed. The second monitor is it's just where it's at, man. And it's super easy. You just plug it in, boom, you know, boom, boom. Had a video do good today. It's so interesting. A video go crazy viral. And when I say crazy viral, I mean like almost 18 million views. I have a video that'll get like, let's say, I don't know. This morning's video got 16,000 views in the first like 30 minutes. And that's great. That's that's an amazing number. That being said, I'm having to kind of readjust, realign. I also need to take it easy on talking because not talking, but like I can't get too excited because my chest is like messed up. It's from jujitsu, man. Jujitsu is a brutal sport. It's not a brutal sport. It's just taxing. It's taxing the train on the body. You know what I mean? Like it just wears you down slowly, 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 slowly. Rocking my rocking the Be Kind shirt. You obviously can't see that in the podcast, but yeah, if you're interested in the Be Kind shirt, actually, you know what? I never do this. Let me do this. If you're interested in getting this Be Kind shirt, I can look for a link. Let me see if I can find a link for you. You can find it through my link tree on my TikTok page. Um, all my followers on but my podcast, you're just gonna have to like go on one of my pages, and I'm doing a pretty good job, I think, of tightening up my branding. So if you look for the Casual Brian on any platform, you should be able to find me. Before it was just like a bunch of different things, but I have the thumbnail or the profile picture is the same. The Casual Brian is the name. So like just be on the lookout for me. Kind of weird to see myself just now as I was scrolling because I'm on Facebook. I'm looking for the link. Here we go. Boom. Here's the link. So I'm going to share this in the comment section. And I'm also going to, let me do this. Let me do this. First, I'm going to share in the comment section. So if you're interested in picking up one of these shirts, these Be Kind shirts, which is currently being covered, you can go to this link. You can click on this link. I'm going to leave it up for a minute so people can see it. And it's also in the comment section. All right, I can take that down. So yeah, rocking the Be Kind shirt. The Be Kind shirt, the whole movement has been great. I really, really enjoyed the response I've gotten. And it came from a status I did where I just, right now in this season, I don't want to say the season it is. We all know what season it is. That happens every 2 or 4 years. I think it's just important for us all to remember to be kind, because it's the simplest thing that you can do. A lot of people say, love is the answer, and it is. But how do you show love, right? What does it mean to show love on a daily basis? And for me, that's just simply remembering to be kind. I think if you focus on kindness, then, you know, it's easy to demonstrate love. Because another thing that I'm not a big fan of is that I feel like there's a lot of talking about being nice to people or treating people well or being kind or whatever. And there's not enough examples of it. So, you know, I'm all about actions. Don't just talk about being kind. Be kind. Show it to people. The world needs it. The world needs kindness badly, so badly. Last night I caught up on Bleach. No, not Bleach. Chainsaw Man and Mob Psycho. Oh my gosh. Let me just take a minute to talk about Mob Psycho, which is absolutely going off. I was almost in tears. Like the episode was so good, but they've been slow building. So it's been a 3-part series. And so far there's been 5 episodes. And I would say from episode 2 to episode 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's been 4 episodes, even though they did like a 3-part series technically, that they've been building this like whole moment. And it's just showing there's just nothing like friends having good friendships, healthy friendship, and just absolutely caring for another person. It's just there's nothing better, and anime just really, really, really does a great job of highlighting the beauty of friendships. I think sometimes we only think about friendships with respect to like, oh, we're gonna go out or we're gonna party or we're gonna hang. And that's what for a lot of people friendship is about. But in this anime, it's just about like the ups and the downs, being there for somebody when they're down, being there for somebody when they get knocked to the ground. I mean, oh, dude, if you haven't seen Mob Psycho, check it out. It's like currently it's my number 3 favorite anime, but man, whenever I watch it, I'm so tempted to put it in number 2. It's just so slept on, so well done. The animation is amazing. Um, hmm. I just got a text message. Let me just turn that down. Um, yeah, the anime is amazing, and I'm just like super obsessed with it. Um, so so yeah, it's a great anime. It's an awesome anime. And so basically, let me tell you, I'll talk a little bit about what happened because I don't think anyone's going to see it, and it's not like something where I can spoil it for you. Um, so there's a tree growing, and the tree is emitting power. And so one of Mob's friends, Shigio's friends, Dimple, I think his name is something else because they call him like Akabo. But and I think it just translates to Dimple, and that's the easiest way to translate it. Basically, Shigeo just kind of disses him. Like he's like, because Shigeo is so worried about becoming popular, and then Dimple kind of gets like, he gets kind of pissed, and he's like, I'm not just some loser. I'm not your pet either. And so he goes to the tree, and the tree is like giving off powers, and so he just uses the tree to get super powerful, and then he just starts taking over the town. And you know, essentially, what Mob finally realizes that this guy, who's a super powerful like spirit, was just like happy to be friends with Mob, and Mob had kind of lost his way. Ah, I'm doing a terrible job. I'm doing a terrible job of selling it. You just got to see it. You got to see it. Mob Psycho 100, and it's called Mob Psycho 100 because Mob, his emotions, whenever they get to 100, then his like he has like the full extent of his uh powers. Like I said, I'm doing a poor job of selling it. Check it out. Chainsaw Man was a little bit more straightforward, crazy, 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 a lot of action. I'm enjoying Chainsaw Man. I it's very That anime is for adults. It's definitely not for kids. And if someone ever asked me for anime recommendations, I would never recommend for kids to watch Chainsaw Man. It's just just like everything about the anime is like kind of like, whoa, what is going on, fam? But yeah, so I've been enjoying this season of anime. It's been a while since I've been like week to week on anime, which is I think the best way to be. You know what I mean? Like I don't know about the best way to be. I enjoy a good binge. What do you prefer? Do you prefer to binge anime or binge content, or do you prefer to watch it and consume it week to week? Because I know some people they enjoy watching it week to week. And there is a fun in watching it week to week, anticipating the next episode. The problem for me, like this is my problem. So there's anime on Monday, there's anime on Tuesday, there's anime on Wednesday. Thursday, which is today, and Friday, um, which is tomorrow. And I am not multitasking well. I keep getting these like text messages that keep flashing across my screen. There's nothing to watch. You know what I mean? And so be doing is like during Thursdays and Fridays, I should be going back and watching like Gintama or catching up on Black Clover or something like that. But I don't. I just don't. You know, I have to. I really, really have to be in the mood to watch anime, and not just anime. Hey, what's up? Thanks for stopping by. Not just anime, just like a specific anime. I can, like I have anime that I can always go on and watch, but if I'm not in the mood, I can't just start anime. I can't just like start new, especially new anime. That's why finding new anime is like the best thing in the world, the absolute best thing in the world. I'm looking forward to tonight. Tonight starts football, even though I don't really watch football on Friday nights, but there is a game on Friday if I wanted to watch it. But tonight's Thursday night football. Saturday we have college, and then Sunday obviously we have Sunday football, and then Monday. Um, but I got to tell you, the thing I'm most excited about for this weekend is not football. It's definitely the UFC, which is actually in New York. I wish I could have gone. Dinner with Jay Z or 500K. That's an interesting question. Um, I don't know. I guess the real question is, do I think is the question an opportunity to meet Jay-Z, like, and whatever, or is like that's just the reward? That's all I want, just to meet Jay-Z because I'm a big fan. Or is it like, hey, I can possibly be friends with him and down the road we can work together and whatever, whatever. Because in that case, I'm gonna bet on myself and say dinner with Jay-Z. If it's just like, oh, here's a reward, you want a prize, No, it's like a networking. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the networking. Definitely, definitely. I'm always gonna bet on myself. 500,000 is great, and you can do a lot of good with 500,000. That being said, I feel like I could do a lot more with an opportunity. Um, is Black Clover on Hulu? I don't believe it is on Hulu. I think if you want to look at Black Clover, you have to go to Crunchyroll or either. Hmm. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't seen it on Hulu, and I've been on Hulu recently because I'm watching Bleach and I'm watching Chainsaw Man. So I haven't seen it there though. I think it's on Netflix actually. It is on one of the streaming sites. No way, bro. I have to pay $60 a month to watch Black Clover. It's not $60 a month, man. What is Crunchyroll is not expensive. It's worth it too. If you watch a lot of anime, Crunchyroll is worth it, in my opinion. And the real thing about Crunchyroll that makes it, in my opinion, worth it is you get a variety of the dubs. UFC 281 is going to be a great card. If you look at all the cards they got, bro, this it's going to be great. Actually, that's a good idea. I'm going to pull up UFC 281. Crazy story. Check this out. So I actually got offered two tickets to UFC 281. I couldn't go because it's my sister's birthday party. And I mean, obviously that's tough, but at the same time, my going to being with my sister is much more of a priority for me because my sister, more than so many people out there in the world, has always had my back. And so it is my great pleasure to return the favor. What? Stop sharing. Okay. I did this wrong. Oh no. Let's try this again. You're a better man than me. I know. And they were in a suite too. They were in a freaking suite. But like I said, um I'm happy to do it for my sister because she has always had my back, and yeah, I appreciate her. Okay, so wait, do I have the card up? Hmm. Where's the UFC card? Here it is. All right, let me move it over here. All right. So I'm gonna go through the card. So let's go early prelims. Um oh man. Oh man. I thought Carolina was retired. Wow. So they have some bangers in the early prelims. Wow. This is gonna be a stacked card. Prelims look pretty good too. Dominic Reyes. That's pretty wild. That Dominic Reyes didn't even make the main card. Hey, what's up, Auntie? Bro, if you still have those tickets, I'd buy them from you. No, no, no. I got offered on like Monday and I turned them down. So sorry. Obviously, I thought, I mean, I don't know if I could even have sold them because it was like a gift to somebody and they don't really watch UFC. And so that's crazy that Dominique Reyes is not on the main card. Renato, oh my gosh, that's going to be a good fight. Reyes Span's going to be a great fight. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty good card. The preliminary card is going to be pretty solid, but the main card is going to be absolutely crazy. Absolutely crazy. Can't wait. Who do you got? Who are you taking? Izzy? Are you taking Alex Pereira? I think Pereira is he's sleeping. You know what I mean? Like if he thinks that it's going to be the same as when they did like kickboxing, he's in for a rough day in the office. And Izzy's not like the best grappler, but he's been grappling now seriously for much more time than Pereira. No, bro, they throw away. I'm not sure if the 281 or another card, but that got Rosa Jr. fighting. He's only 17. Mm. Dan Hooker's on this card. Didn't Dan Hooker just fight? Frankie Edgar, that's going to be a good fight. I got Dustin Poirier all day. I think Chandler, who I like actually, is going to get rocked bad. It's going to be a bad night in the office for him because he's behind in every area. I don't think he's a better grappler. Hold on a second. Yeah, I don't think he's a better grappler. He's definitely not a better striker. 100% not a better striker. Yeah, so I don't know where he beats him. He's not going to take him down and like strangle him. Dustin's a true black belt. He's a real black belt. You know, I mean, he almost finished off Khabib with that arm and triangle. I want to say Izzy, but he has a hammer. He does, but Izzy's not going to get touched like that. You know what I mean? Like, it's the same reason why, like, if you put a boxer versus a kickboxer, the boxer is not as effective because when you have to worry about your feet, it changes everything. It completely changes everything. So now he's got to worry about punches, kicks, and takedowns. And takedowns, just like, you know, I bet Izzy has been just drilling and working on takedowns. Oh, of course. I think that I think that Dustin made the right choice. He went for the money. Belts are good, but he took the money fights and he made money. And it helped his brand. It helped his overall awareness. More people know who he is. So, you know, I think if he would have not taken the Conor fights or at least the second one, he would have probably had a belt shot. MMA is a tough game, man. People are studying you. They're coming up with like solutions to your problems, and they do it fast because they have a team of coaches. I mean, look at Charles Oliveira. That guy looked untouchable, and then he was touched. You know, and now someone's got to beat Islam, and that guy looks untouchable, and then one day he'll be touched. Somebody will beat him. Petr Yan, who I'm not a big fan of. You know, he got worked. He got absolutely worked. It's, you know, I'm not a big fan of how the UFC promotes Aljamain. I just don't get it. The idea behind the UFC is not like stand and punch and then you can do a little bit of other stuff. It's mixed martial arts. It's mixed martial arts. You know what I mean? Like, I just don't get it. Hey, Ali. Oh, what an honor. What an honor to have you stop by. I don't know if you're still here. You have a great page. Love your page. Love your content. Love your page and love your content. We're about halfway through this hour-long endeavor. Jeez. I don't know what made me think that I can go live for an hour. It is more than a notion. Let me tell you something. But I said I'm going to do it. And every time you say you're going to do something, it's important that you do it. As much as I don't want to like Funkmaster, I love his jiu-jitsu. Oh my gosh, I'm a huge jiu-jitsu guy. I'm a purple belt, actually. And let me tell you, what he's doing is not easy. It's not easy, especially like on somebody like a guy like Petr Yan, for example. It's not easy to get in on that guy, you know? And he worked him. I've seen Petr Yan or however you say his name, fight other grapplers. Couldn't get in, you know? Couldn't get in on him. It's just, I don't know, man. I just feel like they give like wrestlers more respect than they give like jiu-jitsu specialists. Although Aljamain has great wrestling. Pardon me. Which is why he's able to get in and grapple the way he grapples. You know what I mean? Like, you got to show the man some respect. You got to I don't know. I wish that they gave more. I mean, and the thing that's ironic to me is that jujitsu is what started it all. UFC is started because of jujitsu. Those were the guys who were like, "Hey, we can beat up everybody." And then it turns out that if you just know blue belt jujitsu, which is not a lot of jujitsu, it's really not blue belt. That's not fair. It's like high blue belt level. If you have a high like blue like 3 or 4 stripes of your on your blue belt, you're probably going to be able to grapple and defend because the time people need to attack, you can punch. It really depends on how you get there. Yeah, I mean, just having that nickname, the human backpack, is like in itself so dope, man. And one of the things that I don't think people understand is like there's nothing worse. It sucks to get knocked out, obviously. It sucks to get punched in the face, obviously. But there's nothing worse than getting held down and dominated, and just knowing that there's nothing you can do about it. For as long as that person wants to hold you there, you will stay there. It is not a good feeling. You know what I mean? It is not a good feeling. Tell me about it. It's super frustrating. Yeah. I mean, like I do jujitsu, like I said, and man, it is humbling, super humbling. I'd rather get out work on feet because at least I have a chance to return the fire. Yeah, right. You know what I mean? Like if you're in it and you're like boxing, you know, you can. I mean, but like if somebody, you can always get a shot in. You're not getting a shot in on Khabib. You're getting held on the ground and you're getting mauled, and it's a brutal, exhausting feeling. It is awful, but I love it. I love it. I don't like getting punched though. It completely changes it. I was on a podcast about a month ago and I was telling them the difference between grappling and MMA versus like jujitsu and pure jujitsu. And like let's take leg attacks for example. Good luck. Good luck having enough time to do a proper leg attack. You might get lucky and try to rip something, but most people know enough defense. If they get that foot down, you know what I mean? If they get that heel on the ground, you're done. Like who was it? It wasn't Ryan Hall. It was Gary Tonin, I believe. I believe it was Gary Tonin trying to go for a heel hook and just got knocked out, straight up knocked out. And that's what happens, man. You know, people are not just going to sit there and let you like jack up their leg. You know what I mean, man? Come on. Not saying that, jujitsu doesn't work. Not saying that you can't be a jujitsu specialist. Aljamain is clearly proving that. Khabib, showed that like wrestling and sambo can dominate. But if you think that you're just going to leg lock your way into a chip, into the strap to get the strap, it's not happening. Now this second fight, I don't know why they made this the co-main event. Not trying to be disrespectful. I mean, I guess they had to because it's for the a championship, and so you can't put like Dustin and Chandler over them. Hello, hello from New Jersey, coming to you from New Jersey. Sweeten, love Sweeten. It's all good. Feel free to share. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's really unfortunate. I feel like the UFC is way too focused on marketing than pleasing the fans. I think it's a mix for the UFC. I think they're dealing with a couple things. I think that they sold to WME and then they did the deal with uh, they did the deal with ESPN, and so now they have a lot to provide. You know what I mean? Like you know, and I think the product has suffered a little bit, although we're getting more fights, which is good. But yeah, sorry. Give me 1 second, guys. I think I'm just gonna have to. I hate to have to do this, but yeah, had to block somebody. I think I blocked them. Yeah, there they go. Yeah. Um, yeah, I think that the UFC is just so focused on delivering, because when they sold for like what was it, 4 billion or something, there's a lot of expectations that go into that. And it's just the frustrating thing is that there are enough fighters out there, but the UFC just wants to, I don't know. I don't know. The UFC is so political. I have a friend who runs an MMA gym out of Orlando, Florida. And so I'm always hearing and seeing behind the scenes about like how things happen, and it's just so political. But what isn't political? Everything's political. You know what I mean? The UFC, the NFL, the NBA, work, Facebook. How about Facebook? How about Facebook freaking firing 11,000 people? What was that about? That sucks. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I wish I have a lot of issues with the UFC. Really not the UFC, but Dana, Sean Shelby is okay. Um, I think he really does his job for the most part, but I think Dana he just loves being the man, And I think sometimes Dana lets his personality get in the way of what's best for the sport. Definitely for the fighters, I definitely think they could treat the fighters better because they don't get paid very well, especially coming up. It takes a long time and a lot of battles to get paid in the UFC, and so many people don't get there. So many people don't get there. It's really a shame. Yeah, I mean, well, that's what I'm saying, right? Like Dana is a businessman. He's a good businessman. You can't knock him, but sometimes you need to like think about, the players. Sometimes you need to think about, I don't know, man. I don't know. I always hesitate to talk about it because it's easier said than done, and I don't have any solutions for running the UFC. So, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. It's one of those things where what can you do? I enjoy watching UFC. I'm going to continue to support the UFC. If something came along that did better than the UFC, I would definitely jump on it. But, for all the strides that ONE FC has made, all the strides that Bellator has made, it's just a better product. The UFC is just a better product, and the best fighters, for the most part, are in the UFC. It is what it is. It is what it is. Some craziness on my TikTok feed. Sometimes people just come on and just like say wild and crazy stuff. That's kind of like the downside of the internet. Like I sometimes I feel like people only focus on the negative, and it like trolls. Or I hear a lot of people say this all the time. Social media is very negative. Social media is not negative. People get on and say bad things, or they can be negative, but it's not social media. Social media does not have a will of its own. Same with like the government. The government is us. We are the government. We elect people from us to go represent us. And they know that they don't have to do it because we're not going to hold them accountable. Accountability is so important, man. Accountability. Um, Local, regional, national. It's important, man. If people are not doing what they say they're doing, if you're not doing what you said you're going to be doing, You need to hold yourself accountable. And if you can't hold yourself accountable, then you don't need to worry about anyone else first. I get it. I troll a lot of I mean, yeah, it's like I think there's a difference between like even like let's say I was talking about like the Dallas Cowboys and you were not a Cowboys fan, you're an Eagles fan. And you come on and you just give me the business about the Eagles and Cowboys. That's fine. That's fair. That's fun. But if you just come on and just start saying stuff to say stuff, it's like, gosh, bro. I just don't understand why people do that. And normally I only go live for about 20, 30 minutes. So I don't experience that much. But the longer you do it, the more you see it. Twitter is just a completely toxic space. But at the same time, it's also super fun. Some of the best threats you'll ever see, some of the best posts you'll ever see, they're on Twitter, but it's paired with the worst. It's a yin and a yang. There's always a yin and a yang, and not Andrew Yang. It's a joke for you, a little bit of a dad joke. I don't know what's going on with my lighting on the main feed. Like if I move back, I don't know what it is. Depending on how I move, my lighting gets weird and funky. See, it just did it again. I think it's the cup. It's responding to the cup. I don't know. Hey, thanks for the follow, James. I don't talk about a lot of UFC stuff on my TikTok. You probably would be better served checking me out on Instagram or YouTube because about anime. Although I'm going to be expanding ever so slightly into animation, so like Rick and Morty, Family Guy, Archer, BoJack Horseman. But yeah, but right now I'm focused on anime until I get to 100K. And if I get to 100K, all right, no, not if. When I get to 100K, I'm going to do a top 25 anime. And then on YouTube, when I get to 10K, I'm going to do a top 25. So if you want that to happen, if you want to see it, help me get there. Although YouTube is growing very nicely, I'm very happy with my YouTube growth. Uh, Obviously, I would love it if it exploded, but I don't live for explosions. I live to just show up each day, put in the work, and just keep growing and just be thankful. So many people are just not thankful. I appreciate it. You can find everything in my link tree. You can find everything in my link tree. I feel like you can make that into a nice trap song. My link tree. My link tree. Trap music gotten kind of weird. I do now. Okay. I'm fully going to make myself sound old. It is what it is. Can somebody explain to me this new Little Yachty song? Like, I took the walk to Poland. It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. It's not even that I don't like it. I mean, I don't love it, but it's like, what is that? Can you dance to it? Hey, bro, if you're doing what you love, the money will come. That's the truth. I got into social media about 5 years ago, and I was doing every account all my accounts were free. And now I get paid very well. And now I'm trying to transition more. I want to move from management and consulting to mostly consulting and content creation and creative strategy. I like creative strategy too. But yeah, man, that's the key. I've always been very in tune to the importance of picking a job, making sure what I'm doing is something that I enjoy doing. I could probably make a little bit more money, a lot more money maybe, if I was focused on certain things in social media, like how to's, teaching people how to do social media stuff. But that's not what I want to do. I'm happy to help, and if you want to bring me in so I can give you my advice, I'm happy to do that. But just simply telling people how to grow on social media, that's not fun. That's not fun for anybody, in my opinion. I don't enjoy looking at those videos. I need them. Every day I look at one or two or sometimes three videos so that I can make sure I understand what's happening in social media. But if I had to do that, ugh, but it's a quick buck. It's very fast. Coaching and teaching people how to do things is a very, very aggressive um medium, niche, niche market. It happens fast, especially if you're good. I usually think social media is corny and influence. Well, that's the thing about it. A lot of them are corny and um but it's it's tough. I am adamant about doing it my way, which is a slow process. And I would rather slowly grow and make a decent amount of money versus exploding, but then I'm stuck and I have to be somebody that I don't want to be. I don't want to have to be a character. I want to be as close to me as I can because that's sustainable. That's enjoyable. A lot of people they put on they're a character when they do their social stuff, and it's like it works, like my video series, my long form video series, which I think is finally going to be the key to my actual long term YouTube videos growing, is called Brian Casually Explains. I don't want to be doing a lot of cuts. I don't want to be doing like high energy, high energy, high energy. I can't keep that up every day. I put out a lot of content on a daily basis. That's how I'm doing it. I'm consistent and I put out a lot of content and it works for me. It's not easy, but nothing in life is easy. There's a saying that I think it's misinterpreted and it's work smarter, not harder. That's a great quote to live by. You want to work smarter, not harder. I think the problem is many people confuse that with if you work smart, you don't have to work. It's not be smarter, not work harder. It's no, you have to work. No matter what it is, you have to work. And if you don't work, you're not going to get it. It's not going to happen for you. You know what I mean? You're not going to get your breakthrough. No matter what you do, if you do not show up to work, it's not going to happen for you. And it just seems like so many people do not want to work. They don't want to put the effort in. They don't want to be consistent. Right. Well, like I said, I'm very fortunate. I'm very blessed. I do get paid from social media, and even my own stuff I get paid for too. It's just not enough to live off of yet, but that will happen. That is happening. But but the key is patience and gratitude. I'm thankful. I'm very thankful. I can study jujitsu every day if I wanted to. If I wanted to, I can go travel if I want to. I've been able to hire an editor, two editors now. I'm actually up to two editors now. Um, I have a personal editor and a business editor. That's dope. I am blessed, but I'm still here and I'm still editing my own stuff. I have two editors and I still have to edit my own stuff. And then look right now. I'm doing live. I'm doing a live for an hour. And then after I finish this live, I'm gonna go out and see if I can catch the last bit of the sun. Uh, some vitamin D, the proper way. Not the proper. Well, yeah, the proper way, the best way, natural. And then I'm gonna do another live. And I already got my post scheduled, but I gotta drop these other videos. I mean, no matter what you do in life, you gotta work. And whether you're working for somebody or for yourself, you gotta work. And if you're not willing to work, good luck. I hope you're already rich. Because you're not gonna get rich. And it's not even about the money. It's about the anime. That's another thing too. I picked subjects that I like, that I feel comfortable talking about and watching. I have a grappling page, Casual Grappler. Check it out. I have a music page, Casual Jazzer and Casual Producer. These are the things that I like. These are things that I enjoy. So it's not hard for me to spend time in these spaces. My TikTok page is primarily anime because I love anime. I mean, I'm you got to be intentional. Be very intentional. I think that that's important. You know, Another thing that I'm really passionate about that I'm gonna start talking about more. You'll get there, bro. You just have to have mindset and outlook right. Absolutely, absolutely. You know, a mindset, and my mindset is going to happen. And so until it happens, I'm just going to keep doing it. And even like I had the video that got almost 18 million views, and it was great, and everyone was like, "Wow, that's crazy," and it was crazy. But the next day, 2, 3 more videos. The next day, 2, 3 more videos, responding to all the comments that I can because there's just so many comments. You know, appreciate you. Thanks for the follow. Hajime no Ippo. Actually, I actually have never seen that anime yet. I need to check it out. I need to check it out. Did you watch Megalobox? There's so much anime. There's so much anime in the world. Total lie. I am excited for football because I've lost 2 weeks in a row, and now I'm currently in 3rd place in my fantasy team, and I'm trying to right the ship. I'm going to right the ship this week, but my team just the worst performance of all time last week. 60 points. 60 points. What is that? I haven't been below, I think, 120 most of the season. And then last week we dropped 60, and it was just rough. I haven't seen season 2. I heard bad things, so I don't know if I'm gonna watch it. I don't really see how they can keep going. You know what I mean? It seemed pretty final. So, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Probably not though. Probably not gonna happen. But yeah, I'm looking forward to football too. I like football, and man, if you do not have I don't know if it's NFL Red Zone, but just Red Zone. Oh my God, you need to get Red Zone. It completely changed football for me, especially if you're into fantasy football. Now, if you have a team that you like, you know what I mean, like you're from Pittsburgh, you're from the Bay, and whatever, then it's always going to be important for you to watch your team's game. But if you're like me, who's from Orlando, Florida, who doesn't really have a team, man, NFL Red Zone is perfect. It's just pure scoring, and it's wild and crazy times. Almost wilder and crazier than the fact that I've been on this live for almost an hour. Woo! I don't know how Joe Rogan does it. I know how he does it. It's that Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace, if you're watching this, I would love to work with you. I would love for you to sponsor this podcast or my page or whatever you would choose. Whatever you want to sponsor anything, Buffalo Trace. Buffalo Trace is some good bourbon. Let me tell you something. Can't have it all the time because, everything costs insane amounts of money right now. So you don't have a team. I mean, I guess I'm a Bucks fan. It's been a rough season. Um, Definitely not Jaguars fan. Never really got into Miami. A little bit too far. But yeah, I think I'm pretty much a Bucks fan this season. I've been rocking with the Bucks. I was a huge Buck fan when I was younger, when they had Tony Dungy and Warren to my grandmother's church, which is hilarious that I call it my grandmother's church because it's actually my grandfather's church. But you know how it is. It's my grandmother's house. Everything, you know what I mean? That's how it is. Everything is always your grandmother's or your mother's. So, but yeah, he used to go there. He was a cool guy. Then he got kind of, but his mother is super cool. Good people. Good people, man. The world needs more of them. The world needs more of them. And the Bucks need better receivers. I don't even know if it's the receivers. It's probably just everything. It's just not a good team right this year. But it's hard, That's the thing about it. Like everyone acts like it's so easy to be a good team. It's not, man. That's why I have so much respect for people like LeBron because he's been able to be good for a while. God bless, brother. Thank you so much for stopping by. He's been able to stay good for so long. You know what I mean? And with so many different types of teams. Like I feel like Golden State, right? That's one type of team. And so as long as you continue to get shooters, you can keep making that team work. It's the system. Yeah. Yeah, right. The team seems off. And I don't know if it's the coaching problem. because the team wasn't built by Bowles, right? Todd Bowles. It was the Arians, and so it's just it just doesn't seem right. I'm still rocking with them. I don't care. I still enjoy them. Not this season. Not this season. I had him last year on fantasy, and he either killed or he was terrible. That's why I'll never pick him. Never pick him again. You know who else I had last year? I had Gore, or no, Forte, and he single handedly won games for me. It's fantasy football. It's fun, man. I think it makes it fun. I also think it's good for casual fans. Casual fans, you see what I did there? Because you know what I realized. So I'm doing these videos, these long videos, these 20-minute videos, and I say like, and you know what I mean, or you know what I'm saying a lot. Definitely got to work on that. Definitely got to work on that. I don't know what to do, if I should just I say like is a lot. I know where that comes from though, and it's not cool. Not happy about that. I feel like I can catch like though more than I can stop the ums. The ums just like I got to work on that like. It's everywhere. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that big of a deal. There's worse things I could do, worse things that I could say, worse habits that I can have. But yeah, it's been a solid 56 minutes on the main feed. I've been on TikTok. How long have I been on TikTok? I've been on TikTok pushing up on an hour right now. So, geez, dude. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Actually, no, I do know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna end my TikTok at an hour, which is gonna be in 30 seconds. Thank you for checking out my TikTok, and I'm gonna ride with y'all all the way through an hour, because even though I've been on for an hour, I just want to keep it clean. I want to keep it real. I want to do what I said I was gonna do. I want to do what I said it's gonna do. Look at that lighting. Look at this. Look at this chocolate man. Yes. Yes, it's giving lighting. It's giving too much light. That's such a weird expression. It's giving. It's such a funny thing to me. The way, peace, TikTok. Thank you for all the people that came by. Thank you for all the gifts. Thank you for all the follows. I will be on tomorrow. I don't know exactly when we'll be on, so check me out. Peace. In now. Yeah. So it's giving. Yeah. I love that. I love that expression. It's giving. And I love that for you. That makes me laugh so much. Just stuff makes me laugh. So many things make me laugh. Oh, you are loud, ma'am. You are loud for no reason. For no reason. But yeah, thank you so much. And to the people who listen on the podcast, this has been a crazy long podcast. I'm very excited about next year because a lot of people are interested in coming onto the podcast. The problem with the podcast is scheduling. I just need an assistant, but I am not currently in the final financial place to get an assistant. I prioritize over an assistant, a second editor to help me out. And I'm excited about it. She's amazing. So you'll be seeing my new stuff. And when you see my new stuff, it's her. She's the one who's doing the editing for that. So if you're enjoying that, you know, be sure to support it if you can, because Facebook and Instagram, I know Facebook, I don't know about Instagram, is offering super likes. So that helps. Everything you can do, subscriptions as well, anything that you that reminds me I need to make a post to invite people to subscribe, because subscriptions help me to grow my page. I wish there was anime on tonight, but there's no anime, so I can just watch football. That's fine. That's fine. That's good enough. I like football. I shouldn't say just watch football. I really enjoy football. But yeah. But thank you so much for checking out on Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn as well. I wonder if anybody ever watches from LinkedIn. They're like, this isn't about business. I can't congratulate him on anything. That's how I think people talk on LinkedIn. So just know, if you ever send me something on LinkedIn, like a happy birthday or a work congratulations on an anniversary, I'm reading it and I'm hearing it like this. Happy birthday, Brian. Happy birthday. Thank you. I don't hear the thank you like that. I hear the thank you in my own voice. Sorry, man. It's been an hour sitting in this chair. I am looking forward to that bath. I might even have to skip my no, I'm not gonna skip my outside time. I need my outside time. It's important. It's important for me, para me. But that's an hour. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed the podcast, be sure to like it, following or subscribe. Be sure to subscribe. And until tomorrow, stay casual.